What's up, guys? It's Bias Sports here with another Bias Take. Please subscribe, like, comment. All right, let's get right into it. We got Indiana versus Notre Dame. I'm going to just go ahead and say that I just have a weird feeling about this game. I think I'll say it again, Indiana will upset Big Brother. They'll upset Notre Dame. They'll find a way to get the job done. I say this because to me, Notre Dame, we all know that they lost to Northern Illinois earlier in the year, so they can lose to teams that aren't as talented as them. But we did see the first week of the season they beat Texas A&M, who's SEC powerhouse. But Texas A&M had their former quarterback Connor Wigman, who now transferred as the QB then. So to me, that win really doesn't count. That win doesn't really show anything, And then if you look at the rest of Notre Dame's schedule, you just see subpar opponents. Who was their other best win? You'll say Georgia Tech. I know that they'll be, a little bigger in the trenches than Indiana, but Indiana's in the Big Ten. They're used to playing, physical football. They also played Michigan this year. They also played Ohio State, who they both struggled against. So that on paper looks bad against Notre Dame, but we saw Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame, so we know that their trenches aren't that great. So, and I think that it will help Indiana a lot that they already played Ohio State, they already played Michigan, so they played these big trench monster teams. They played these tough teams, while as you have Notre Dame finishing the season with USC, soft team, no trenches. Army, we know they're not soft, but they're not big in the trenches. They're not that good. Virginia and Florida State, those are their last 4 games. All those teams are terrible. All those teams are not preparing you for a hungry Indiana team. This is the biggest game in Indiana program history. They're going to come ready. They're going to come fired up, They made the playoffs. They shocked the world and made the playoffs. And everyone's here to watch them and watch Notre Dame. And if you look also at Notre Dame's quarterback, Riley Leonard, the most passing yards he had in a game this year was 229 against Stanford. Every other game, he's basically 200 or lower. And the last game, he was 155 against USC, who's not that good. So it's he's really not that good of a quarterback, and he hasn't really faced anyone this year. While you look at Illinois' quarterback is having an amazing year. Illinois' quarterback is doing everything he needs to do, to get his team to win. And to me, their offense is more impressive than Notre Dame's. Notre Dame's offense at times during the season has stagnated, has shown us that, it can go cold. The quarterback for Indiana, Curtis Rourke, he's got 27 touchdowns and 4 picks. 27 touchdowns and 70% completion percentage. He's having an amazing year. I don't think it'll stop just because he's playing Notre Dame. I think he'll be hot. And you have to look at it like this. He lost against Michigan. He beat Michigan. He lost to Ohio State. So I just feel like he's due for another big win, He already made it this far. So I just think he's due to get his big win, his cementing win on his resume for his legacy. And then when you look at their team, they have a solid run attack. Again, they played in the Big Ten. With Notre Dame, most of their schedule came in the ACC, and I just think it's a softer group of teams. A lot of the games are in warmer climates. Also, the teams just aren't as good. So I just don't think the teams like Cal or Florida State this year or some of the other teams they played, Virginia, were particularly any good. So tomorrow we'll see Indiana. I feel like they're going to get out to a slow start. The game will start slow on both sides. And then as the game, stays close, Indiana will gain more confidence. The quarterback will gain more confidence. I think he's better. He's better than Riley Leonard, Curtis York. And I think in the third quarter, towards midway, Indiana will start pulling away a little bit, go up by like 7, go up by like, 10 maybe. Notre Dame gets it back down to a touchdown, so it's either a tie or 3-point game. And then I predict that Indiana will win. I'm going to go 27-21, that they'll beat Notre Dame at in Big Ben. That'll be amazing. That'll be a crazy upset. The Notre Dame fans, if they get beat by Little Bro, by Indiana, who hasn't beat them since the first time they played in 1800, it'd be devastating for them. They're going to be in shock. So, Indiana, you have a chance to shock the world. That's what I'd be telling my players in the locker room. We have a chance to shock the world. We have a chance to make history. We have a chance, to go down as to go down as the best team in program history. When in the future do you think Indiana's going to be going to the playoffs again and winning a game, That could possibly never happen again. It never happened before, and they've never had a team this good. So you never know, Things change fast in college football. The quarterback's a senior, so he'll go on to the NFL, and then you got to bring somebody else in. So you never know what could happen. As for Notre Dame, all you got to tell your players is that, we're playing little bro. We're playing little bro, We can't let Indiana beat us. We've always beat down on Indiana. They've always been little bro. They're the basketball school down the street. You can't let them come in there into your house and win the first college football game, playoff game. Like, that would be monumental upsetting. So if you're the coach of Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman, get those boys on track. Make sure those boys are motivated. Make sure they're ready. Make sure that they're not going to pull a performance like against Northern Illinois. And you need to let loose Riley Leonard. He needs to have his best game of the year. He needs to throw the ball because I think Notre Dame's going to rely on their run like they always do. And Indiana's pretty good at stopping the run. Like I said, they have pretty good trenches. And they faced Ohio State, and they faced Michigan, and they faced, the Big Ten, Wisconsin. They faced all these running teams. So they're ready. They're ready for the run. Is Notre Dame going to be able to adjust and we see a little more passing attack from Riley Leonard? That's my game plan if I'm Indiana's coach. Make them pass the ball. Make Riley Leonard beat us. Don't let the run game beat us. And then for Notre Dame, it's the opposite. You're going to say, hey, I want to stop the quarterback. He's their best player. Make them run the ball and beat us with the run game. That's what they don't want to do. So we'll see what scheme and what style, wins. But I got Indiana pulling the upset on the road. It'll be a big upset. What a way to start the college football playoffs, the 12 seeds. What a way to start, the weekend. This will be a monumental upset. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see the Notre Dame's fans' reactions and see the Indiana reaction. It's going to be crazy in Bloomington. It's going to be a party. It's going to be amazing, to see this basketball school officially put its name in the ranks for the football schools now. Because if you win a college football playoff game, you're a football school now. That's amazing. You've shown that you belong. You're not just a basketball school. All right, guys, let me know what you think. This is Bias Sports with another Bias Take. Like, comment, and subscribe.